Well, folks, buckle up for this wild ride because George Piano, a 72-year-old from Washington, is taking a hospital and two doctors to court in a malpractice showdown that's straight out of a medical drama. George spilled the beans to USA Today, and let me tell you, it's a tale that'll make your stomach churn. More than George's did, I bet. Picture this, December 6, 2022, at the University of Washington Medical Center Northwest. George waltzes into the ER complaining about abdominal pain. The medics diagnose him with appendicitis, and off they go to remove his troublesome appendix. Simple, right? Wrong. Fast forward to George waking up post-surgery in agonizing pain. According to him, the doctors played a bizarre game of hide-and-seek with his appendix and ended up yanking out a part of his lower colon instead. Now that's what I call a surgical plot twist. I can almost hear the medical staff whispering, "Where on earth is George's appendix hiding?" A couple of days later, a CT scan spills the beans. The appendix is still there, parting away like it's no one's business. So what's George's next move? Another round of surgery to evict the stubborn appendix, of course. But here's where it gets juicy. During the first operation, the doctors apparently poked a hole in George's colon, turning his insides into a chaotic mess. George, the unsuspecting star of this medical thriller, describes the aftermath: a leaking colon, sepsis, infection, the whole 9 yards. He almost danced with the Grim Reaper, folks. To fix this mess, he underwent yet another surgery, courtesy of the surgeons who initially mistook his colon for an appendix. Now, brace yourselves for the kicker. When the surgeon who allegedly played appendix roulette finally addressed the situation 8 days later, she apparently shrugged it off like it was a minor inconvenience. I don't know about you, but if I had my colon mistaken for an appendix, I'd want a bit more than a casual shoulder shrug in response. Enter the hero of the hour, personal injury attorney Edward Moore, who's calling this medical misadventure mind-boggling. And you know what? I'm right there with him. Who misplaces an appendix and turns a routine surgery into a full-blown medical saga? The surgeons involved are now under the spotlight in George's lawsuit. Will they emerge as villains or victims in this medical soap opera? Only time in the court proceedings will tell. Meanwhile, the University of Washington Medicine, when asked to comment, took the standard route of no comment on pending litigation. George has been through the ringer, 4 additional surgeries, 53 days in the hospital, an ileoceptomy bag, a pool ball-sized wound, 40 pounds lighter, dealing with anxiety, short-term memory loss, and enough pain to make a seasoned stuntman wince. George isn't just seeking monetary damages, he's aiming for a jury trial. The exact dollar amount is a mystery, but knowing the twists and turns in this plot is sure to be a hefty sum. As George sums it up, I'm not the same person I was when this started. It's a medical saga of epic proportions, and George hopes this lawsuit will be the plot twist that prevents others from starring in similar medical horror shows. Only time in court proceedings will tell who will emerge as the villain and victim in this medical soap opera. This woman was born with 2 vaginas, and you won't believe what it's really like to live with this condition. Check out this video to find out.